Have you ever wondered if you lost everything you own, your wealth, your possessions, would you still have a reason to live? Hi, I'm Phonics, and this is the Voice of Phonics, a space for stories of darkness and light, of falling and rising again. This is our very first episode, and I'm so glad you are here with me on this journey. If this message resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends so more people can hear it. Life can sometimes feel like a storm, relentless and merciless. One day you have it all, a home filled with light, laughter with friends, the sweet taste of success. And then, in just a single moment, everything can turn upside down. I lived through that moment. Not too long ago, I had yacht, wealth, travel, parties, everything that comfort and privilege could offer my family and me. I had grown up in peace, never lacking anything, but after that moment, everything began to unravel. Immigration, financial collapse, illness, and worst of all, loneliness. A loneliness so deep it dragged me into emptiness and isolation, a kind of ashes before I even burned. Night after night, I sat with one haunting question: why should I keep going? Half joking, I would ask myself, why doesn't even this suffering just pass? I gave myself 1 month, a month to finish unfinished business, and if things didn't change, I would end the story of my life. That month passed. Nothing improved. In fact, I was sinking deeper. I was ready. My mind was set. Even with antidepressants, with every effort I made to hold on, that was all I thought about. I had even reached the point of planning it, and then, right there, something sparked. The day came, the day I thought would be the end. Nothing had changed. I was exhausted, bitter, completely disconnected from myself. Have you ever been so angry at yourself that you don't even want to hear your own inner voice? That was me. Done, drained, and at the very edge. And then, while laying on the couch, a question lit up in the darkness like a flame. If you are gone, how will those few people you talk to every day feel? What happens when they call and no one answers? I heard it. It wasn't like my own thoughts. It wasn't a whisper or despair. It was a voice full of love. And in that moment I realized I still had a reason to stay. That was when I learned poverty isn't just about money. Poverty is focusing only on what you've lost instead of seeing what you still have. And wealth, it's not only about money either. Money connects people, yes, and I had lived chasing that connection too. But eventually I discovered another side of the coin. I'm not against comfort or success, not at all. But what truly matters is whether your relationships are built on money or whether money is simply a tool along the way. In my solitude, I understood its limits. I also saw what it feels like to be surrounded by people who don't care about your wealth or even share your language and yet show you unconditional kindness. I call them the hands of God. Through them, I discovered a new meaning of wealth, generosity, love, and selfless service. Because if money alone were true wealth, why are so many people who have it still empty, still depressed? Real wealth isn't meaning. It's in your relationships, in the role you play in life, and in the impact you leave on others. God's love for us is like a father's love for his child. Imagine a father gives his son a gift, but the child never uses it, just says a polite thank you. Would that father still be eager to give even more? That image shook me. I realized I had been given countless gifts. Life itself, breathe, health, safety, feelings like a beautiful garment I wear. But how much I had really appreciated them, how much I had truly used them. When I saw it, I felt ashamed. But that shame opened a new door. True wealth is to embrace those gifts and use them to make the world more beautiful. I rose from that darkness because I began to see myself as a child of a loving Father, Jesus Christ. Whenever I felt weak, it was as if his voice whispered, "You are mine. I am always here." Nothing happens outside of my will. That belief lifted me. It reminded me that wealth is about influence. The smile you give, the help you offer, the knowledge you share. Each of us carries a seed of wealth within. We just need to let it grow. Today, when I look back, I see how I rose like a phoenix from the ashes. Not because I became rich again, but because I realized my very existence is wealth. Every day is a new chance to make the world better. Every ending is simply a new beginning. Rise like a phoenix. This podcast was inspired by teachings of Rabbi Manis Friedman. Thank you for being here with me. Remember, every ending is just a new beginning.